Next up we have Grant Hunter from Iris about research helps rather than hinders creativity, which is very nice to hear from an advertising person. Grant is the creative director of Iris London, drives the media, anything idea, everything vision across a 100-strong creative department. He's a long-suffering West Ham fan, and this season is particularly painful. So, over to you guys. 1, 2, 3.
Petcha research! Oh no. I'm Grant, creative director of Iris London, and when Verity, our planning director, said, come down for a chat, I couldn't think of anything better than spending my time with a whole load of researchers. Right, thank you. But why do creatives hate research? I'm hoping this is going to turn over. Brilliant. Well, when the word research actually enters the creative department, I think the natural reaction is for us to all go off and boil our heads, to be quite honest. There's that fear of the inevitable, the fear of losing something precious, it's the fear of losing the idea. So when the word research, oh sorry I messed it up really. So when research groups gathered and we wait in nervous trepidation as we sit behind the glass of a research facility, or if we're lucky in a front room someone with stale custard cream. And we wait as they drone on, and we're waiting for that inevitable question and comment. That's ugly. And we wait for the button to be pushed, and there it is, the D&AD pencil up in black smoke. We watch for miles around and console ourselves with our creative chums, because the end of the idea is nigh. And it's all thanks to fucking Mavis. And the W-eyed chums in Scunthorpe. Because Mavis knows the researcher's mum, but he also knows a load of other chums, and they get together with a cuppa and a biscuit and slag my beloved creative off. What a laugh, I love you Mavis. So there it is, our work of art. Oh, it's taken years. I don't know if you can see there's a load of graffiti, it's a bit of Banksy art, so it's just fucked it up. And that's basically what hunters and consumers do. They think they're full-blown Brian Sewell, a perfect fine art critic. So what do creators really need? Well, it's a bit of stimulation. But it's got to be the right stuff. You know, clean, smooth, but it needs to get you going. In the absence of insight, we're kind of left in the plane of the open brief. And you get candidates coming in saying, oh, this is fantastic, you know, you can do anything here. That's amazing. Blue sky thinking. Brilliant, we kind of retort, as we stand there paralysed in front of this idea tundra. But what we're really after is that. A nugget. Not one from McDonald's or KFC. And Matt, what's your favourite dip?
Barbecue.
Good, just in a way. Brilliant.
It worked.
Okay, last time. And actually the insight we're looking for is that kind of sharp, targeted one. It's incisive, it's to the point. That's like this kind of smash, it has the freedom to grow and spread and actually kind of make the big idea something really big and beautiful. Oh man, it's singing now, aren't I? So how do we do it? And this is the only kind of chart with lots of stuff in it. And I suppose every agency has got a model, and this is ours. We call it concept engineering. Creatively, it's quite a pleasing thing. It's got some circles, which are nice. It's got some squares, which are embedded, and I kind of quite like the blue. But basically, it means we involve the target audience at every stage of the campaign development. So what does this mean in reality? And just recently we won a pitch for the Big, which is a kind of youth charity, and it's got a mission to inspire 1 million young volunteers. And that's a pretty daunting task. Especially when community service, and that's our friend Boy George in New York, is seen as a punishment. You know, volunteering really is perceived as a dirty word by this target audience. So what we did, we tested various territories. Put simply, we just stuck some initial campaign ideas in front of our target audience in both London and Manchester. And this is our first. This is something we call The Million. So it related directly back to the kind of mission promise. This is all about being part of something big, about making a difference, being one in a million. But to our audience, when we got the feedback, that was a lot. And they kind of said, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, it's a million. And this filled the audience with nothing but fear. Oh, come on. Secondly, I can if you can. This is all about celebrity endorsement. And we thought this would be a winner. You know, it's kind of tried and tested formula. They actually bombed. The target was so cynical. They basically said, when those celebrities involved, is it to raise their profile? You know, how much volunteering does Lamar do? I don't give a shit. The local. We kind of thought there's something about keeping it local, sort of about ease of access. So that's one of the barriers to people getting involved. The imagery on this was kind of local community, it was real, it was a bit kind of dazed and confused. They kind of liked that. They thought it was different and engaging, but it wasn't quite enough. So this leads us to our strongest area, and the stuff we've actually run with, which is what's your V? And I suppose the key insight here is that everyone's got something to offer. They just don't realise what it is yet. You know, whether it's a hobby, an interest, a skill, V is basically the matchmaker, which will match your interests to a volunteering opportunity in your area. So how do we execute this? And it's just a couple of examples. We kind of want to personalise the V, make it kind of represent what the individual was into, their passion, their interests. And we felt that kind of corporate identity was very kind of cold and not very funky. So each time we kind of adapted the V to make it relate to a kind of interest. So that one was training football and happy marches. And I suppose this kind of leads us to the fact that twats on tubes do this kind of stuff somewhere. But it actually means that everyone's got a special skill. You know, everyone's got a special power. And V can actually harness that, and they can do something amazing. So ultimately, we'd rather use Mavis as an art critic, not use Mavis, sorry, as an art critic, and get her involved in the task all the way along. So we ask her the right questions at the right times, which means me and my creative department get to unleash our creative powers, allow us to realise our big ideas, and we end up loving research.
Thank you very much, guys.